Hi, Freedom Church family. Many of you would have been wondering what's happening with church under the new orange traffic light system announced earlier this week. Well, we wanted to wait until we'd met with our church oversight team and with our leaders before we set out how we'll move forward together as a church. But first, I want to remind us all of why we exist. That is to come alive in God's love and to give it away, keeping our eyes on Jesus, reaching our community with the good news we have in Christ. That will never change. I say this because it's important that through everything that we have a right perspective and keep the main thing the main thing. That said, the new traffic light system has presented challenges to pastors and churches up and down the country, because every church leader understands the vital importance for God's church to gather for worship and ministry, as well as keeping our doors and hearts open to all, expressing the all-inclusive love of Christ. For us here at Freedom, we're actually pretty lucky. Because of our size, we are able, for the most part, to continue services as we've been doing under level 2. For most of us, nothing will change. We believe it is not good or right to turn people away from church based on their vaccination status. Therefore, as a church, we have decided not to require vaccine passes, but have opted to abide by the orange light health restrictions instead. This means a gathering limit of 50 people, not including serving volunteers. So how will we do this? First of all, everyone. All must scan in using the QR code or sign in, as we've been doing. Masks are available, but not required, as we've been doing. And all are welcome to enjoy tea and coffee, some morning tea after the service. Now, kids, when it comes to kids' church, to keep our numbers down in the school hall, parents will need to drop their kids straight to the play centre across the car park before 10:10 for kids' church. Parents will also need to pick their kids up from the play centre immediately after the service. Parents, please don't forget your kids. Now, when it comes to serving volunteers, all volunteers who are serving in church on worship, welcome, kitchen or prayer ministry teams are required to wear a face mask as of 9:45 a.m. after the team meeting for the duration of the service, except at any point they're serving up the front, for example, when the worship team are doing their thing. If our gathering gets close to the 50 limit, not including volunteers, we have designated people who will remove themselves. That said, let's keep our eyes on Jesus and his mission in a spirit of faith and unity. And look, I know the requirement of face masks for serving volunteers is a bit of a surprise for us as well. And it's not something we ever wanted to do, and it may only be temporary. But it does mean that we can continue church pretty much as we've been apart from that. And if you have any questions or concerns about any of this, please don't just cut yourself off from your church family who needs you, but contact us or your team leader. We'd be more than happy to chat through any of your concerns. This Sunday, we're continuing our series, He Shall Be Called, looking at Christ as our mighty God. So we look forward to seeing you in church this Sunday. God bless.